Hey everybody, it's Charlie from Daily Motor, and today we've got the sound system demo of the 2022 BMW 2 Series and its 14-speaker upgraded Harman Kardon audio system. This is going to be an in-depth review. We're going to take a look at how the infotainment system works, take a look at audio adjustments, controls, inputs, speaker locations, Android Auto, and Apple Carplay. Then we're going to head out on the road and listen to these sample tracks while we're rolling, and I'll give you my thoughts at the end. If you don't care about any of that stuff at the beginning, you just want to hear the music, click ahead in the video. We've got chapters to get you right to the tunes. And if you're tired of hearing the same songs week in and week out, sign up to become a Daily Motor member. There you can hear videos that were recorded with songs requested by other members, real type of music. So if you want to support the channel and see those, sign up in the link below. Before we get started, let's hop out and take a look at it. Completely refreshed for 2022, the 2 Series. This specifically is the M240i Coupe, of course, the way to get it, unless they come out with a convertible version again, in which case that's probably what I'd get. This thing has been a lot of fun to drive around and to have, so if you do want to see more on it, check the link in the description. We're going to have some fun snow driving action, we're going to highway fuel economy test in as well, and we have a little first drive on the 230i until we get that in. Now, it does look like the car has shut itself off when we exited, but with BMWs, if you triple tap the start button, it comes into on mode. So there we go, we're back on and operating. Totally blanking now because of that. We always do these tests with lossless, uncompressed WAV audio files on a USB stick plugged directly into the system, and high-quality roll-in binaural microphones in both of my ears, giving you the most realistic audio system demo on YouTube. We also do the test with the sound settings set to their factory defaults, so let's take a look at those now. I'm a big fan of BMW's infotainment system. You can either touch it using the very nice touch screen, or you can use this rotary knob, and I like having those options. I think they both work well. Go up to media and then over to sound settings. Starting at the top, you've got Logic 7 surround. That's pretty straightforward, just activates and deactivates the surround sound. So let's turn those on and off now. And you can adjust the surround level. With the surround setting off, you're going to get a more true to recording sound, but admittedly, some people like the surround sound, and I think that's how the system defaults. We'll double check that, but we'll leave it on for now. You've also got treble, bass settings. Let's go through those. You've got a front, rear, left, right, fader, and balance, but one of my favorite things that BMW offers is right here, an actual 9-band equalizer. So you can really customize your music between bass, mid-range, and treble. As this next song gets started, let's skip over to it. I'll show you how you can really dramatically change this. I mean, look, if you wanted to really screw up your music, make it sound awful, you can do that. You've got everything from, let's see, 100 hertz, and then there's below 100 hertz as well. I don't know what bass considers itself to be, but 100, 2, 500, go away. 1 kilohertz, 2, 5 kilohertz, 10, and then treble. So I think it's really nice that BMW offers that. I think any brand that builds themselves as a luxury car manufacturer should have that. So yeah, if we hit reset, the surround comes back on. Let me confirm. Yep, so I guess we'll do the test with the Logic 7 surround on, but keep in mind if you want a more true to audio recording, or true to recording audio, you're going to want to have that off. And that's about it for sound settings. Can't really get much better than that. For audio controls, you've got a nice volume knob here. You can reach, it's got good clicks, and then you got volume, the buttons on the right side of the steering wheel. For track selection, you've got buttons here. Nice to see that. You can use the touch screen, you can use the rotary knob, or you can go through back and forth, or even go through your playlist using the wheel. For audio inputs in the 2 Series, you've got your standard AM, FM, Sirius XM satellite radio, a news streaming option, and then Spotify built in as well. A lot of people are going to like to see that. Maybe not Neil Young, but most people are going to like to see that. USB-A input. I don't see any USB-Cs, however. That's a bit surprising. And Bluetooth, Android Auto, and Apple CarPlay, both wireless compatible. And that is it. So what does that mean you're missing? Well, there's no 3.5mm auxiliary input jack, and like I said, no USB-C data input, but definitely not the end of the world. Speaker locations. As I said, this is a 14-speaker system. Now, that being said, there is a portion on BMW's website that lists this as a 6-speaker system. I think that's wrong, but if I'm wrong and it's actually 16 speakers, then I'll mention that here in the video. But I can count 14. BMW speakers are a little bit hard to count, but from my best judgment, I can tell 1 subwoofer under the seat, 2 door woofer, 3 treble, 4, 5, a treble and a mid-range there. Or this might be a mid-range in the door, actually, not a woofer. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mid-ranges in the sides, and then 11, 12, 13, 14 in the rear deck. Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. Let's do Android Auto first. You can see not plugged in, just wireless, and there we go. Android Auto coming up. Not only is it Android Auto, but it's widescreen Android Auto, which I find really neat, especially for a smaller screen like this. So even though I've got my home screen right there, I could be in YouTube Music, for example. Over here, you could do map stuff. So I could be getting navigation to, oh, that's gonna show my address. I'm gonna actually move that off. I could be getting navigation to my house, and then if I go to a different screen, it's gonna show you your nav on the right side, and then show you your other things you're doing over here. I think that's really nice, and I think Apple CarPlay would benefit to have a widescreen setup, or rather a dual screen setup like that as well. How about Apple CarPlay? Let's disconnect our Android and connect Apple CarPlay. There we are, Apple CarPlay coming up, and for some reason it's trying to navigate home. That's the downside of Apple Maps, but if you go back, you got Google Maps, which I do prefer to use. There's your Google Maps coming up in a dark screen setup. There is Amazon Music, good refresh there. There's your dialer, main screen, kind of your home screen there. And where are we with settings? There we go. Nice refresh, good resolution, but again, not that split screen setup. All right, let's get this stuff put away and get out on the road. exhibiting a lot of the characteristics that I really appreciate and value in a sound system. What we've got going on, we've got tight, lower, powerful mids. I'm getting a lot of that drum and bass guitar coming through. That's satisfying. Not the most rumbly lows, but we haven't gotten to really the rumbly bass sort of songs yet. And then the upper mids and the high ends are coming through crisp, but not harsh. And that's really impressive. And I don't know if it's something that they've changed with the 2 series, or if it's something new they're doing for 2022, but this sounds better than all of the Harman Kardon systems I've tested in the 3 and 4 series BMWs so far. Those were 21s and 20s, so maybe they've changed something, but this seems to be a really good system. For this next song, we're going to turn the bass all the way up, see what these little underseat subwoofers can do. Underseat subwoofers do, it doesn't create big, rumbly, window-shattering bass, but it creates a satisfying bass for the driver and the passenger, and that's really ultimately what I want. I don't need to wake up the neighborhood. I don't want to wake up the neighborhood. I just want my songs to sound good, and that's what this does. My thoughts on the 14-speaker Harman Kardon sound system here in the 2022 2 Series. I'm honestly really impressed. I am. I've been let down by BMW 2 Series, or not 2 Series, the Harman Kardon systems in the past, but this one seems to check all the boxes. I will say, if I were only testing strictly on stock flat EQ like we typically do here, or at least that's how I demonstrate the systems, the system would be getting a B. But because BMW allows you to turn off the surround and give you this huge 9-band equalizer, I can fine-tune the music exactly how I want. That might change day to day. It could change with the humidity in the air. It could change with my mood, my stress. A lot of different things can affect how you perceive sound. So the fact that BMW allows every individual to get 9 bands of customization in there, that's huge, and that definitely puts this at an A-tier sound system. Not only that, but this is not a hugely expensive luxury vehicle. So the fact you're getting this good sound for around 50 grand, starting out maybe about 55 with the sound system, not bad at all. So thank you all so much for watching. If you do want to see more on the 2 Series, check the links in the description. And we'll see you on the next one. I'm Charlie from Daily Motor, and as always, drive on.